Alright, it's your boy Pella doing Pisces season. So I just wanted to show you something real quick. A lot of people always ask me about like the Moorish history, what it mean. And I just want to help clear out some of the confusion and show you how none of this stuff is hidden, right? So we're going to go to, it's a U.S. Congress, Article 4, Resources, Library of Congress. So I'm showing you this is in their documents, right? So you're going to go boom. Boom, right? And then it says, this is Article 6 in the U.S. Constitution. That's why I always say read the Constitution to people. But I think people get confused because you got people who probably don't understand this fully, but very intelligent people that always just think about, they still think that the Constitution empowers someone else. But we'll get into all that, right? And so it says, all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance of thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding, the senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executives of judicial officers, both the United States and of several states, shall be bound by oath and affirmation to support this Constitution, but not religious tests. But no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any officer or public trust under the United States. But now it says what? Shall be the supreme law of the land, right? So one second. Okay, so we're going to go right here, click on where it says Article explains. See what they say to explain it. It says, browse Constitution noted, Article 6, overview. Clause 1, obligations to the new federal government. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be valid against the United States under this Constitution, as under the Confederation. So here it said valid against, not for it, against it, right? Okay. It says against the United States. And then it says Clause 2, Supremacy Clause. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance of, and all treaties, right? You see what I say that? All treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. All right, then it says, the senators, representatives before mentioned, and members of the several state legislators, and all executives and judicial officers, both of the United States and of several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation, right? Now, we always call about affirmations, right? Affirmations to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any public office, trust under the United States. So you hear these doing that explanation, they're saying this stuff could be bound against the United States, not for them, right? So that's showing the Constitution is not, if I even show you, it's not all for the United States. It can be used against the United States, right? It can be used valid against. So one second. Okay, so now we're going to go where it says Moroccan-American Treaty. But watch the language, right? You say it said Moroccan-American, right? But see, this is how they get you, right? So first look at the word Moroccan-American. You can see the word is almost the same. C-A-N-R-I, the M. And we do know ancient Egypt was called, like somebody said, it was called Tamari. It was also called Tamari, right? If you know how to look at that, right? And so it says the Moroccan United States Treaty. That's how you got to see this. Of peace and friendship, June 28th, 1786. Because remember, America is a continent, right? Okay, so we're gonna get into all of that, right? And so you can see that this is just a sample. Okay, hold on one second. You know what? I didn't like that version, and so we went to the version in the Yale Law School to show you. It says Lillian Goldman Law Library, right? To show you that even the top schools got this in their documentary, right? So this is between Morocco. See, it says the Emperor of Morocco, June 23rd, 1786, right? And they got in Arabic, right? And so I want to show you something. They said this is agreement, right? This is between the agreement between us Moors and the United States, right? So let's just show you something before I even kind of get into the meat and potatoes, as they say, right? That should show you some stuff you should think about. This is, if any Moor should bring citizens of the United States or their effects to His Majesty, the citizens shall immediately be set at liberty and the effects restored. And in like manner, if any Moor not subject of these dominions shall make prize of any citizen of America or their effects, or bring them into any of the ports of His Majesty, they shall be immediately released, as they will then be considered under His Majesty's protection. All right. And so then, wait, hold on. One is missing. I'm looking at, where's number 8, right? Hold on. I'm trying to find number 8. 1 second. Okay, we back. And so then, boom, it says, number 21 in this same article, right? It says, if a citizen of the United States should kill or wound a Moor, or contrary, if a Moor shall kill or wound a citizen of the United States, the law of the country shall take place, and equal justice shall be rendered. The consul assisting the trial, and if any delinquent shall make his escape, the council should not be answerable for him in any manner whatever, right? And so far, we kind of really dig into this, right? People are like, does this sound like? Now let's look at some of these words in this document, right? In 1 second. It says, if a ship or war, either party shall put into a port, if a ship or war belonging to the United States shall put into any of our ports, if we shall be war with any Christian power or any vessels from the ports of the United States, if any vessel of the parties shall have engagement with a vessel belonging to the Christian powers, if any vessel of the United States shall cast on shore of any part of our coast. Now, ask yourself, if this is some type of organization that you join, right, and you just talking about some religious stuff, why are they talking about ships and wars? Huh? And then we know black people are Moors, right? So why are they talking? Why is it not like, oh, religion? They're talking about import, export, right? Look, but shall remain under the tranquility until the commander shall think proper to proceed on the voyage. Does this sound like some type of organization you join? Okay. So, and it's confusing because in school you're not taught about the Barbary treaties, right? This is the Treaty of Friendship and Peace, right? And so, like I said, you can see Morocco and America. America is Morocco, right? And so it says it's a treaty, but hold on. It says, number Supreme Court, the Constitution and the laws of the United States shall be made in pursuance of all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of the state to the contrary, notwithstanding. So think about what I said. We're going to dig back in, but like I say, ports, seas, it's not an organization, okay?